In 2004, Satoru Iwata walked onto the stage and showed the world something that didn't make sense yet. It was a little handheld console, which has been seen a bunch throughout the years of Nintendo, but it was different. It was like a little flip thing. It had two screens, and one of them even had a little touchscreen, which is pretty cool, you know. It didn't have no crazy graphics, no power flex, nothing really special about it. The Nintendo DS wasn't announced like a console that was trying to win a war. It was announced like an idea, and nobody realized it at the time. But that idea was about to become the most successful thing that Nintendo ever made. The Nintendo DS is still Nintendo's best-selling system ever. The Wii is one of the best-selling home consoles of all time. Together, those two systems were everywhere at the same time. Kids would have them in schools, at the doctor's office, just about anywhere you could look, you would always see a DS.
Now you're probably wondering why I did this long ass intro and what this video even is about. And truth be told, I just really missed this era of Nintendo and I just felt like talking about it today. So that's what this video is going to be about. Now, for me personally, I remember having a DS for just about as long as I can remember. I think I was around 4 when I first got my DS. It was a blue DS Lite. And I remember I took this thing like everywhere with me, bro. Like I had it at school, I had it on the bus. I remember being like waiting for the dentist, I had it, waiting for the doctor, I had it. Like just about anywhere I could take it, I would always be like playing it.
And that brings me to one of my main points. The DS and Wii didn't just sell well, but they became a part of daily life. Like the DS wasn't something you scheduled time for, like, oh, I'm going to hop on my DS later. You just pulled it out whenever you wanted to play. Same thing like the Wii kind of, like it wasn't hidden in a bedroom. It was in the main room of the house and anyone could walk in and play. One thing I missed the most about this era were the games. I'm not going to talk about all of them. Otherwise, this would just be like a really long video. But I do want to talk about Pokemon because I feel like Pokemon is kind of like Nintendo's like flagship game. I like the old Pokemon games better because they knew what they were. No giant empty maps, no wandering around wondering if you're even doing it right. Just routes, towns, tall grass, and a clear path forward. Like every step felt intentional. You didn't need freedom, you just needed direction. And somehow with all those limits, the world felt bigger, more focused, and more alive.
The Switch is extremely successful. It's polished, reliable, and easy to recommend, but structurally, it exists in a different role than the DS and Wii did.
The Switch is designed as a single user system first. Even when it supports multiplayer, the default experience is personal, one screen, one account, and one save file. Meanwhile, with the DS, local multiplayer was built into the hardware itself. Download play meant only one person needed the game, and that encouraged spontaneous group play without planning.
Same thing with the Wii. The Wii was built around shared space, and motion controls weren't just a feature. They require people to stand up, move, and be visible to each other, and that naturally turned gaming into a group activity. The Switch doesn't require that. Joy-Cons can be shared, but the system doesn't depend on it. Another difference is where the systems live. The DS went everywhere, and the Wii stayed in the most public room of the house. The Switch sits in between, being a home console and portable, but it's still usually used alone. Because of that, the Switch creates strong individual experiences, but fewer automatic shared ones. The games are good, the design is modern, but the way people interact with the system is way different. So when people say the DS and Wii era was better, it's not just nostalgia talking. That generation sold more together, reached more people at once, and became part of everyday life in a way that's hard to recreate. Maybe getting older plays a role, but the impact of that era was real. And that's why it's remembered in the way it is.